Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Sat Show. On this channel, I cover stocks, finances, and crypto, so if you want to achieve financial freedom, make sure to subscribe. Feel free to follow me on my social medias as well. Links are in the description below. So in this video, I'm actually going to be covering a SPAC called ticker symbol PSAC, and this is going to be a SPAC arbitrage play, meaning that it's going to be short term for me, and I am going to be purchasing the warrants instead of the stock or equity in this case, because the warrants tend to be more volatile, and as you can see, the stock price had like a 15% increase this morning. However, the warrants went up 200%. So yeah, that just goes to show you how volatile they are. But anyways, this SPAC is actually merging with a company called Faraday Future, and you probably have heard of this company before. It was one of the early EV companies that ended up going bankrupt because it had a really bad CEO that couldn't really manage the money properly. However, Faraday Future is back, and I will be getting into the company right after this. As I stated before, Faraday Future is an electric vehicle startup, and they are valuing themselves at $3 billion, and right now the SPAC is about $345 million. And yeah, upon the announcement that ticker symbol PSAC is merging with Faraday Futures, it actually shot up about 21% this morning. And guys, this SPAC can be kind of compared with Nikola Motors or even Fisker before they merged. So this SPAC is probably going to be pretty big. I just wanted to reiterate that this is a short-term play for me as a SPAC arbitrage play, and I'm purchasing the warrants and going to sell before the merger, obviously. And yeah, these are kind of the reasons why. However, this company could be a good company now. So in 2019, the CEO at the time actually filed for bankruptcy in 2019, and he actually ended up on a blacklist on China by the Chinese government, saying that no other banks can ever give him loans anymore because he was really poor at managing his money, and he accumulated over $6 billion of debt without getting Faraday Future anywhere. But now Faraday Future has a new CEO, Karsten Bretfield, and they already started working on the production and development of a car called the FF91. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at the FF91 car that they have created, and from the looks of it, it does look pretty nice, and they are claiming that the vehicle is also going to be autonomous ready. And Tasha Keeney from Ark Invest, she's very huge on autonomy, and robo-taxis and the thing is going to be a future, so it is a good thing seeing that Faraday Future is including autonomy in their vehicles. And yeah, just looking at the interior, there's a huge striking resemblance to NIO and Tesla vehicles, and especially the steering wheel. It kind of looks like a NIO steering wheel. And by looking at these pictures, the car looks really nice, and I do think that this is going to help push up the SPAC just purely based on hype, because probably a lot of people are not going to know the past of Faraday Future, and in this market it kind of seems like anything that has EV in it, investors just throw their money into it. So I do think that there's a lot of upside for this SPAC in the short term. So they're claiming that this car has 3 electric motors, and it can go from 0 to 60 in 2.39 seconds. So that's 0 to 100 kilometers. And its horsepower is 1,050. And according to them, the battery that they're using is a lithium-ion battery, so it's not solid state like NIO is creating. However, they are saying that it can go up to 300 plus miles per charge, which is pretty decent for an electric vehicle, especially for a startup company. And the last thing that I wanted to do is kind of go over how the warrant performed and warn you guys about the volatility of the warrants. So as I said, this is going to be a short-term trade for me, so I am going to be purchasing the warrants, and this is due to volatility. So I showed you guys before that the stock price went up about 21% at its high this morning. However, the warrant actually went from $1.30 all the way up to $2.73, and that's like much more than a 100% move. So anyone who had the warrants before this morning probably made a lot of money. And SPACs typically have stages, and after an announcement of a merger, it will go up and then go back down, and then that would be a perfect entry for the warrant. And then after that, when they announce the merger date, the SPAC usually runs up a lot more. So we can see this warrant going up to even $5 at times. And SPAC warrants are relatively safe because there's limited downside, so the share price doesn't drop below $10 per share, and that makes the warrant kind of not go down past a certain point. However, I do want to say be careful when trading this because it's super volatile. And yeah, other than that, I'm going to be looking for an entry at around $2.30 for the warrants, and then I'm going to be holding it till they announce the date of their merger.